Leopard, the show Americans are talking about. The show that launches its listeners to the height of humanity. The audio hour that travels the landscape of adventure. The sound that comforts more than the clip of your first bolt. It's the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show!
We're Outdoor Adventure Summits the airwaves. This is the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. I'm your host, Brandon Long. I'm belay with you for the next about 40 minutes or so. Along for the ride, here's the best co-host in all the land, Todd to the top. I'm hanging out in Banyan 1 inside the Monarch in the heart of Ogden's Nine Rails Arts District. Todd joining me from the comfort of Todd O Studios. Todders, how's life, my man?
I think you nailed it. It's Todd O Studios. I like
Todd
that right
O
there.
Studios. Okay, so real quick, let's give you a look. I have a second angle here so you can see the behind the scenes of this mess of what's going on here in studio. This is the inside Banyan 1, a little bit further away so you can kind of see what's going on. It's a GoPro wide angle. You can see all the stuff we have here. It's not super bright, so it's a little dark, but it's kind of cool. And then we'll bring you back. Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm drinking the Roja High Lazy IPA. I'm already losing it.
It's
and
high. It's the high part is the most important.
This is the big deal right here. We have new Van Sessions. I see if it focuses, autofocus. I don't know. Van Sessions stickers.
When you see it in person, it won't be fuzzy.
Which would look really good on like a can of beer or something. But we have some for this Friday during the Van Sessions at the Monarch on Friday. So everyone should come by.
Well, that's a huge reason to come by.
Yeah, we have free stickers. Well, I guess they're free. This thing's overloading on me already. All right, so what are we doing on today's show? We are going over to Weekly Happy on the docket. We have events coming back, which are good. I did MC an event last weekend on Saturday. It was a race. It was really fun. In the news, including nature poems, found alive, bear kills a woman, damn condors, ski thief busted, Yellowstone National Park entrance. It's YMP entrance. Death pot, skiing with leopards, art parks, Wolverines. I'll give you something worth watching. Your 30 segment. I got something fun. It's called It Didn't Make the Cut. And so I've got some stuff that I saved, but it didn't make the cut for the show. You'll have to look it up later. Quote of the week, outdoor jukebox. All of this and more on Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show 375 of Wolverines. So let's charge.
Summits with the agility of a mountain goat, flashes routes faster than UPS, is more intimate in the mountains than Jake Gyllenhaal. He's Todd to the top.
All right, Todders, we are live here on Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. So the good news is we can take comments. So if anybody wants to leave a comment on any of the platforms, we're live on Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show Facebook, or Ogden Outdoor Adventure Facebook, Banyan Collective Facebook, and on YouTube at The Banyan Collective. Really trying to get the subs up on the YouTube. So please subscribe to our page on YouTube. That would mean the world to us. Get our first 100. 100 would be a fun place to start. I think
Brandon's being too nice. We need you to subscribe. Subscribe.
So subscribe. Do it now. Our weekly happy it's nice outside. I drove here. It was like 85 degrees. So nice. Yeah.
That's a bump. That's quite the bump. Is it here to last?
I don't think it's never here to last. What's going to go like a nice day today. June's 5 because that's how summer works and spring
Saturday's
works
already dropping
in Ogden, Utah. But
by Saturday it's 20 degrees less. Yeah. Of course.
Oh boy.
I love it.
All right, let's do some on the docket. I'll share my screen because I have some. This is a fun event here. This is the Roosters Brewery. So it's Park with a Pro at the 9th Street when is this? This is May 15th. So the marathon is May 15th. Well, you can run it right now if you want, but the 9th Street Jump Park, May 15th from 3 to 5 p.m. You can hang out with mountain bike pro rider, local rider, Mitch Ropolato, get some tips, watch his lines, hang out. If you're 21 plus, stop in at B Street afterwards for a meet and greet from 7 to 9 p.m. They'll have some giveaways. So that's cool. This is up at the Roosters B Street Brewery page. Check that out. Also on the docket, Ogden pub runners are back at it. So, well, I don't know what happened there. Oh, there we go. This was last night. I got to kill all the pop-ups and stuff. This is my chat to you over here on the right. All right. So they were, I think it's Wednesday nights. And to find out where they're running next, which local pub they will be at next, follow Ogden Pub Runners on Facebook. And they announce it on Sunday evenings. And so last night they were at Utah. You can see these pictures. It was fantastic. Outside on the back patio there at Utah. It looks like a fantastic time. Lots of participation, lots of fun. So back at running and drinking beer almost at the same time. Like you run first and then you drink. Like,
can we somehow make a word for the two of them?
We're running at the same time. Yeah, that's kind
running and drinking beer. It is a simultaneous activity. Yeah.
Brunning. I don't know if that's a thing. Yeah, brunning. I don't know.
I'll think of something.
You'll think of something. I've got this story pulled up from the Nature Center. This is like a news story, but also the Nature Center's Fly with the Flock 5K is happening right now. It's a virtual edition. It's now through the 15th. And I do want to mention that there's a parking lot party. It's not on here, so we can bring us back. There's a parking lot party at Gear 30 and Striders for the marathon on the 15th. So there's no official finish line. It's all virtual, but you can come to Gear 30 and Striders parking lot. There'll be the Goal Foundation Ogden Marathon finish line there, so you can take selfies, as if maybe you are going to run it Saturday, or you can just come down and take a selfie with your medal. It'll be pretty cool, like that you finished. There'll be giveaways.
You can recreate the action.
Recreate all the action. Do the thing where you hold the medal and jump up and smile. Yeah. Also,
that's a great idea.
Ultra gave swag, and they gave Striders swag to give away, but Striders was nice enough to give it some to Gear 30 as well. So if you buy new Ultras from either Gear 30 or Striders, you go to the Goal Foundation booth out front in the parking lot, and then you get some Ultra swag as long as the Ultra swag lasts. So, yeah.
Get there early. Have you seen what they're giving away?
No, I don't know what it is, actually. No idea. But they're doing it, so that's cool. Let's see if I missed anything else on upcoming. I'm sure. I mean, there's so much going on, but I'm just trying to aggregate the bigger things here. Okay, let's go jump over to in the news. So we'll bring up the screen, go back to the screen. In the news, Nature Center posts poems for online listening and in-person reading. This is kind of on the docket-ish, but as Earth Month closes, the Ogden Nature Center has embellished its trails with poetry related to nature. The poems will be posted on paths throughout the center until May 19th. For those unable to traverse the trails, the Ogden Nature Center is also offering a virtual version of the event with recorded videos of community members reading the poems. Some of the poetry pros, some are poetry pros, some are community leaders, and some are youth with extra personality. Read a press release from the center. Four wrote their own verses. Huh, interesting. Okay, but that's cool. It's a hike with poems. It's poetry hiking. So, do
I
that.
like that. That's basically how you and I go hiking. We do the exact same thing.
No, we don't. We don't. I don't know.
We recite poetry to each other.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is some behind the scenes. If you guys want to see it, it's kind of cool. I just like the second camera angle here. We can bring it in. We can go big. Oh wait, let's go big like this. Hey, oh, it's like a second behind, and then here. Whoa, check it out.
I love it.
And then we're back. We're back. So kind of fun. This woman went missing for nearly 6 months, and she was found living in a national forest in Utah, subsisting off grass and moss. This is wild. 47-year-old woman living in a
they were looking for her for 6 months.
Yes. Utah officials found a
Wow.
missing woman this weekend, nearly 6 months after she disappeared. She was literally living in a national park, and apparently it's not illegal. The 47-year-old woman, whom officials have not named, was found living in a tent, sustaining herself on foraged grass and moss. Officials first noticed the woman was missing on the 25th of November, and they found her car parked in a campground lot connected to Diamond Fork area of Spanish Fork Canyon while closing a road for the winter, according to a press release. Officials conducted an initial search by ground. This is on insider.com, by the way, but couldn't find any sign of the woman, the press release said, believing she may have abandoned the car, so they impounded it. This is their little camp setup here. It's a Coleman tent. Over the ensuing months, officials tried to identify and contact the woman's relatives to no avail. They were able to contact former coworkers, and they had no information about her whereabouts. And then on Sunday, a sheriff sergeant returned to the area with representatives of a nonprofit aerial search organization. They used a drone. One of the first passes, the drone crashed. Not good. While hiking up into the foothills to retrieve the device, however, the drone pilot came across the tent, and that's how they found her. So inside the tent, she was just hanging out. I mean,
so this is making like national news. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So but I still can't figure, was she missing? Did she just move away?
Did
she
was
just move into the woods?
Yeah, she was done. She's like, you know what? F it, I'm going to the woods.
So they weren't necessarily looking for her for 6 months. She just kind of moved out.
Well, it was winter. This is her Walden. She just disappeared.
Huh.
Little tent. Oh,
I wonder if she's going to stay out there. Now that she's been found, I wonder if she's going to stay.
Yeah, I don't know. They did send her in for, sort of psychological evaluation just to make sure she's doing all right. But she's allowed to stay. And they even said that they would ensure that she had access to water or something, because it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Grass and moss.
I mean, I hear apparently you can do that, but I hear it's not the best. It's
mossy.
There's other options, people. Other options. Anyway, if you're viewing this live and want to leave a comment we can participate. We can throw the comments up there. So it's pretty cool. Durango woman was found dead from apparent bear attack, and this was on 5/1, May 1st. This is not good. 39-year-old woman found dead Friday night off U.S. Highway 550 near Trimble, which is just north of Durango, after what Colorado Parks and Wildlife officers believe was a bear attack. An autopsy on the woman will be performed by the La Plata County coroner early next week. The coroner's office will identify the remains and determine the official cause of death. The woman, Durango resident, was believed to have gone walking with her two dogs. The victim had last communicated with her boyfriend late in the morning. The boyfriend, whose name has not been released, told the sheriff's office he returned home around 8:30 p.m. and discovered the two dogs outside their home, but the woman was gone. So he started searching for her and discovered the body around 9:30. He called 911. CPW wildlife officers responded. The bears are out in the spring and they're hungry. And I don't know if bear attacks happen more in the spring and then the fall right before they go to den. In the summer, it seems like they sort of head a little bit higher up into the hills where it's cooler and stay away. But to be careful now. There's been multiple attacks in the West from bears this spring already, and this one was fatal. So just be very cautious out in the wilderness bear areas. Yeah. Damn condors. Condors are back. 15 condors crashed a woman's deck and won't leave.
Condors are big.
Yeah. And they're like turkey vulture looking things, right? Big old condors. About 10% of all condors in California are currently residing on one woman's deck in Tehachapi, about 100 miles north of Los Angeles. Once almost extinct, there are currently an estimated 160 California condors in the world, and about 15 of them have descended on Cindy Mickles' house, trashing the deck and back patio. Oh my God, that's so funny. I mean, not if you live there, but look, they're all tagged. You can see the tags on them. Kind of cool. Through the seat, damaged her roof, ruined her spa cover, and her decorative flags, lawn ornaments, knocked over plants, scratched her wood railing, shredded anything plastic, and produced an unbelievable amount of bird droppings. Oh my God.
I wonder what they were going after. Because they mostly eat, I think don't they eat dead animals for the most part?
Yeah, I thought they ate small dogs. I mean, I don't know. They're big birds. Is she hiding? Maybe she's hiding bodies.
Maybe they should
don't
look
know
beyond the deck, maybe below the deck.
Yeah.
This is sheer speculation, but when a bunch of drug sniffing dogs show up at your house,
Your house.
there's 15
Yeah,
of them.
you may have a problem. Oh my gosh.
Maybe look deeper than the deck. Can you imagine walking home to that though? Oh my gosh. Just like shush them away.
You can't go have like a nice
Condors.
coffee in the morning on your back deck because there's 15 condors hanging out, ready to
They've trashed
alive.
everything. That's a funny story.
Man who this is okay. So I've often wondered because people steal shit, and I'm like, what are you doing? You can't sell it because you're gonna get busted. But a man who stole 15 pairs of skis worth about $13,000 from Snowbird, he's been caught. And when police found he opened his garage and he had all the skis in there, he admitted, he's like, I just felt like I should steal them, but I couldn't sell them. He said, which because he would be caught, right? Which led them to catch him on. Oh, that's how they caught him. And then he said that he didn't even use them. Like he didn't even ski on them because he was so afraid he was going to get caught. He just collected them in the garage, stole them, left them in the garage. Douchebag. Anyway, they busted him.
He just like had to take them.
He felt obligated. Like, I got to steal these skis.
Huh.
They're being shipped back to their rightful owners. Snowbird is paying for the shipping, I think I read, so that's good, but don't steal skis. I'm like, what Snowbird's open for another 26 days, I think. Pretty wild.
Yeah, don't steal skis. Just don't do that.
No. YNP East, weather permitting, the east entrance road to Yellowstone will open on Friday, May 7th, and so the west entrance is open. I'm not sure about the south entrance. Thought maybe that was open, but maybe not. However, the east entrance will open this Friday. So if you're thinking of heading up to Yellowstone, there's a couple of ways to get in there now. I love Yellowstone. Bringing this up for all my Yellowstone fans, my people who love the park. There you go. And then for those who like illegal grows, they'll find you even in Death Valley National Park, a 40-acre illegal pot grow discovered in Death Valley. Jail Canyon is the name of the canyon in which it was discovered. It's closed after a 40 freaking acres of illegal marijuana crop was discovered late last week. Park rangers found the 40-acre grow site in the rarely visited canyon. I mean, I guess it's rarely visited if they were able to freaking have this production facility there. Located about 115 miles from Las Vegas, the illegal grow is one of hundreds that authorities have found in Death Valley over the last decade. We want to remind people that growing weed in wilderness areas is not a harmless crime. Illegal marijuana crops on national parks can significantly damage and destroy public land by introducing pesticides, land clearing, poaching, and waterway modifications. So if you got to grow it, don't grow it in a national park. That's bad. Kind of funny.
Hey, do you get Hulu?
Yeah.
Have you seen Sasquatch yet? The documentary?
No, that looks
4 or 5
freaky.
parts.
Have you watched it?
Yeah. I'm not a true crime, person myself, but I was hooked every episode, and I don't want to tell you anything about it. Like, I went in blind, and it's best if you just go in blind. But I don't know how you wouldn't enjoy it. I think you probably get into it. It's good. Like, it's good. But talk about you hit upon a few things that reminded me what it really deals with. But I really don't want to give it away. But it's playing right now, and it's 3. I can't remember how many episodes. It's like somewhere between 3 and 5. I don't remember. It's not a massive time suck. It actually goes pretty fast.
But
I'm pretty busy, and I squeezed it in.
Yeah.
What's that?
But worth watching.
Worth watching, especially mountain culture. They should watch that.
Oh,
too,
cool.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my God, this is insane. Now here's the problem with, because I have a 20 Pro, blah 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 blah. What are these things called? These old MacBook Pro. I have 2015. It can't go live. It can't live stream and play video at the same time. and you guys can, for you to see the video of any worth. But these skiers were in the Kashmir, and they ran across a freaking snow leopard. So I'll play it. Maybe you can kind of see it a little bit. But this dark spot here in the snow, you can see my mouse, is the leopard. And when it moves, there's swear words. I mean, there are some swear words because it scares the crap out of people. Let's see, let's do this. So yeah, here's the leopard right there. He's taking pictures of it. It's really close. It's a dark, it looks like a log there in the snow.
And they can tell what it is.
Well, because they saw it moving before, and then the leopard decided to lay down in the snow, and then it gets up and moves here in just a second.
It's okay. It's all right. Okay.
What are you doing? Back away.
That's amazing.
Yeah, here it goes.
Whoa.
OMG, a freaking snow leopard, and it goes tearing down the snow.
It's pretty near that other skier on the other side there.
Yeah, it really was. That is wild. Filmed by Owen Lansbury. One of the coolest backcountry ski wildlife encounters ever captured on film. That's
a good one. I think we need to somehow compile all of the skiing animal, almost. It seems like we've like every form of deer and moose and elk, bears, obviously leopards now. What am I missing? I mean, you name it.
A wild, what do you call collab or what? Like, or not collab. What do you call those?
Yeah, the little compilation video of all those things.
Compilation of all the things. It's pretty cool.
That's funny. That's a good one. Well done.
All right, Art Parks, legendary artist behind most of Utah's ski maps, is now taking on national parks. James Niehaus is a legend when it comes to depicting ski resorts and slopes across the world. His hand-painted work over the past few decades landed him in the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame because it includes hand-painted drawings of nearly all of Utah's 15 resorts, as well as all the Wasatch Front and U.S. Olympic Park. Again, the videos don't play well on live here, but this one is pretty cool.
After 34 years,
you can at least hear it on the podcast.
The most iconic ski resorts around the world, legendary ski artist James Niehaus has embarked on the most ambitious project of his storied career by sketching 50 of America's most spectacular outdoor destinations. The American Landscape Project begins with Yosemite, Grand Teton, Zion, and Grand Canyon National Parks. Follow the progress of one of America's greatest illustrators as he sketches our nation's most treasured national parks and breathtaking landscapes.
Cool stuff, man.
That's awesome. I have not seen that. There's only a handful of illustrators of artists that do that to that level. That's awesome.
Arts and adventure. Oh, look, this
Arts
page
and adventure.
Yeah. Well, this last one is, here we go. I'm going to refresh it. It looks like. I mean, everybody in Utah has probably seen this story already, but if you haven't, there's some footage of a Wolverine at Antelope Island, which I'm like, there's enough stuff out there for a Wolverine, I guess. I mean, so here's the video, and this Wolverine is cruising across the Antelope Island tundra. It's not really tundra. Dirt. Rare Wolverine site. This is on the Antelope Island page, by the way.
That's wild.
This little tiny critter. And the wildlife officials have said that, yeah, that's a Wolverine right there. They're pretty sure. They went and looked at tracks, and they're like pretty sure that's a Wolverine. So
you find those more north, like they're usually further north.
Yeah.
I don't even know they had many down in Utah. That's wild.
And there was a big deal when there was one confirmed in Yellowstone National Park. It was like, oh, that's so cool. That's, one confirmed here. And so to have one here, and it's not up in the Cottonwoods somewhere, it's like down on the island. That's pretty wild. Wild.
Think he's lost?
Yeah, he's looking for a mate. Got out there somehow.
He's lost. Or he said,
Yeah.
"Hey, we need you to meet me here. You got bad directions."
Yeah. I don't know
He
what
ends
happened.
up on an island.
I'm gonna figure out a way to play videos because you have to either. I think we'll do a second camera similar to this one here now that I switched to, but it'll show like a screen, another monitor, and I'll play the video on that monitor, and then we can watch videos that way. I think that'll work really well. In the interim, this is the worth watching. It's really loud. Oh. Again, it's another Danny McCaskill, but Chris Kyle joined him in a mountain bike video that is just amazing. I watched it earlier today. Let's see. I can't remember how long it is. 6 minutes. 6 minutes of your time that you'll be happy you watched. It's really, really good. I mean, Danny McCaskill doesn't do crappy stuff, but it's just, I'm blown away every time. So it's worth watching. Check it out. It's on YouTube. Danny McCaskill and Chris Kyle. It's called This and That. If you're in, this is so cool. I look at all these obstacles and I think, all right, how fast can I get off my bike to go around them? And these guys are like, yeah, let's just ride it out.
They're looking for them so they can ride on top of them.
On top of them. It blows me away. Anyway, it's good stuff. It's definitely worth watching. So check it. I think really, I don't have a lot for this week's show. That's worth watching. Gear 30 segment. We do have a code for you. Gear 30, you can save 15% off. We have new arrivals right now. So go to gear30.com and type in code OOA at checkout. That's OOA at checkout. Save 15% on your purchase. Like right now. Like right now. I think it applies to pretty much everything. So load up the cart, hit checkout. OOA is your discount code for 15% off, which is cool. I have some stories that didn't make the cut, which are kind of funny. We can go over, let's see, these are just the names of them. Handcrafting a Mexican agave tequila snowboard. Didn't make the cut. This little water hole is surprisingly deep. That one's pretty funny, actually. And a pernicious problem, how experts hope to stop ongoing defacement of Utah's public lands. Those stories will link up at the blog because they didn't make the cut.
I like that new segment. Those are the ones that don't make the cut.
They didn't make the cut. Yeah.
So,
you gotta look,
so if you listen to the ones that made the cut and you're like, how did those make the cut? Then just know that the ones that didn't make the cut, you're definitely going to want to check those out. That's basically what it's telling you.
Yeah. It's either I thought they were too boring or just not funny enough or good enough or interesting enough or whatever. They didn't make the cut.
Hey, we have a bar, right? And the bar is where we say it is, but the bar is there's a bar.
Yeah.
And it has to meet that bar.
Right. It's not high, but we have a bar. At least we have a bar.
I think the bar changes height sometimes. That's what I'm thinking, man. But we have a bar is what you're saying.
Yeah, we do have one. This week's quote of the week: fear not for the future, weep not for the past. That is Percy, is it Bish? I think Shelley. Do you know who Percy was married to? Again, the quote is fear not for the future, weep not for the past. Percy's wife, Percy was famous in his own right, but his wife surpassed his ass. It's Mary Shelley. You may know her of
Mary Shelley. Yep.
Frankenstein. Yeah. Good old
That's
Percy.
a famous quote, though. That's a famous quote. I know that quote.
Yeah,
I didn't know that she was married into that as well. That's cool.
If you haven't seen that movie about her life, it was on Netflix. Oh man, is that fascinating? It's essentially the behind the scenes of her writing Frankenstein and meeting Percy, and he's kind of a famous dude, and that relationship's kind of weird. But and she was young when she wrote Frankenstein. She was like 18 or 19 or something. She was very young when she wrote that. Anyway, thank you to Banyan One for powering today's 375th episode of the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. Listen and subscribe to the Banding Collective on YouTube. Actually, subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friends to subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to be more interactive with video, and live streaming. You can check all that out on the YouTube page. Look for us on Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, thebandingcollective.com, and the Podbean app for Android and iPhones. All show notes with links are available at bandingcollective.com. DM us at Ogden and Adventure. Man, I did not queue up a song, so that's not good. Van Sessions song. Van Sessions is this Friday. Everyone should come down to the Monarch building here. We have 2 artists. We have a 7 and an 8 o'clock, I believe, or it's not 6 and 7, is it? 7 and 8?
7 and 8.
7 and 8. We also have a live poetry reading from Utah Humanities, I believe. And I can't remember who the poet is, but they will read in between the bands. So while they're switching over, we have a live poetry reading, which is very cool. And that's this Friday night at the Monarch building here in O-Town. So I guess I'll just find a Spotify song. What do you think?
We might have to.
I might have to. Let me search. Well, do you have something pulled up there?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I was going to get some names for us for Friday. I was going to give you a heads up on who's playing Friday. So 7 o'clock, we have a musician named Joel Willis. We're going to find out how to pronounce his last name. At 7, excited to meet him. His music is fantastic. And then we have our friend Wood Carver.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and I have a song from his pulled up right here, so I can play one of Danny's song, Wood Carver and the Hard Hearted. We'll be here Friday. Here we go. Very good. As John Muir would say, the mountains are calling and we must go.
Let's go.
Soon you'll be in the place of your dreams, surrounded by rolling hills of green. But then you'll stop and think while rocking back in your chair, is this what you want, or is it over there? Life is our way